What is up, my gamer geeks and freaks? We're gonna play a little bit of Final Fantasy today. What is up, my gamer geeks and freaks? We're gonna play a little bit of Final Fantasy today. As soon as we get past the excuse me, as soon as we get past the credits, that is. Figures, it's full.
Mommy.
I'm streaming. What can I do for you? What? What do you need? We'll look in a minute, okay?
Daddy.
Alright. Actoire. Ladybugs. Marmot. Snapping. Go see what kind of trouble we can get into. What do you guys think? I'm in the mood for a little bit of trouble. What do you think? Just run me over with your chocobo. Thanks, bud. Melee-oriented classes such as Gladiator and Marauder can chain together their weapon skills to deal additional damage or inflict additional enfeeblements to their targets. This is known as combos. A combo. Combos are not available to... as what, bud? One second, guys. I gotta go take care of this real quick. Let me get myself back inside so I don't die. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh. Alright, I'm back, guys. I'm gonna go back outside. Be about leveling up a little bit more. High quality items. You've obtained a high quality item. High quality items can be identified by their icon as well as by the special mark that appears after their name. High quality gear will often have better stats than normal quality items, while high quality materials used in synthesis will sometimes yield better results than features. These features make them more attractive to prospective buyers, resulting in higher selling prices. HQ items cannot be stacked with normal quality items. What? What'd you need? No. Turn off the light behind you. So we're gonna go back up here. What else do we need to look for? Napping shrews. Hammerbeaks. Antling worker. Earth sprite. Alright. Last time I went out this way, I ended up getting lost for a little bit. Let's try not to do that again. Hornets everywhere. Hornets on the list. No. Are those on the list? No. What are those? Hammer beaks. Okay. Nice. Now I can move on. Well, that was rather easy. Ah, Eagle, I take it you and your sword have become better acquainted, and I will now instruct you on another fundamental aspect of what it means to be a gladiator, commanding an opponent's attention. As gladiators, we are trained to engage enemies at close range, weathering their attacks as we deliver our own. However, there are times when we must do battle alongside allies whose talents are not the same as our own. In such a situation, your role is not to slay the enemy in front of you, but rather to defend the man beside you. We do this by eliciting the enmity of our opponents through attacks and techniques designed to incite their hatred. You must learn to draw the enemy's attention to yourself and to trust in your stout constitution to endure. In so doing, you protect your weaker comrades who would otherwise perish. To help you better understand this, there is a task I would have you perform. It just so happens that Momodi of Quicksand has requested our assistance. A gang of Lawmanson marauders has paraded into town and begun harassing people outside her establishment. Men like these prey on the weak, but will turn tail and flee at the first sign of defiance. You need to not resort to violence. It will suffice to show them that you are not afraid of them and will not tolerate their behavior. Seek out the Lawmansons and make your presence known by bellowing, "Face me, marauder!" In this way, you will protect the people of Ul'dah as you would your allies in battle. I'll come back to you, dude. I have other things to do right now. Else you want? This don't concern you. Bugger off. Free companies are independent player-operated organizations, not unlike guilds. While there are no restrictions on who may join the company, players cannot belong to more than one free company at a time. Companies will advance in rank as their members earn company points by undertaking various duties around Eorzea. These tasks will also earn companies credits, which can be used as currency to purchase various items. To form a company, a player must first draft a petition and then get 3 other players to sign it. These 3 players will become the founding members of the company. How do I do this? Bugger off. Can't you see I'm having a civilized conversation with this poxy horse and... How do I do this? Let me go talk to Momodi first and see if I have to do something for... Introduce you to a certain someone of Ul'dah, dispatch this yard. Well, youngling, how have you finding your... Well, youngling, how are you finding our fine Ul'dah then? Got your bearings about you yet? So, if so, mayhap it's time that you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, with the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you, name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. Dispatch yard's over in central Thanalan. Can't talk today. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll see the gate of Nald staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it before long. The danger's beyond the wall, though, more than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. Just turn around and walk away, Venture. Are you deaf? Get lost. How do I do this? The L's your problem. Maybe she likes her men rough. What are you supposed to be? A bleeding lady in waiting? Bah, it don't matter. We've gone and spoiled the mood. I figured it out. You know your friend here is a 12 damn cheat. Thinks he can charge us more because we're foreigners, but he'll get his own back. Mark my words. Okay, there's 2. 3. What? You blaming me because this little shite shat in his own pants? Well, bugger him and bugger you too. You got lots of nerve thinking you can talk to me like that. Make a bet, buddy boy. Boy, come on now. He's disrespecting me proud sea wolf heritage. Fine, I'll leave the bastard be, but we ain't finished. Just faster to go that way. Where are you, Momodi? You I need to talk to? No. Who do I need to talk to then? You. My poxy arse says this is your best brew. I'd sooner drink a pint of me own piss in this swill. Just who the elves do you think you're speaking to, maggot? I'm Parfmerl, the driven, and me bloody marauders have been reaving so long mothers scare their children with tales about us. Don't believe me words? Then I'll let my axe do the talking. Okay, let's do it. Oh ho, this is lively even for the quicksand. You two gonna put on a show for us? What's this? Another goddamn fool? Show some respect when you talk to Farmerl, the driven leader of a troop of bloody murmurers who some such. Aye, I heard you for the first time. Your voice carries quite well. Mommy. And unless you want me to split your skull with me axe, you better... What? In a minute. That sword, it couldn't be. Frenzy? But only the sword of Nald would... Bloody hells, it's you! You know, I've never been one to stand back and watch. Mind if I join the fun? But begging your pardon, sir? Why do they always do that? Looks like it's just you and me. Standing up to that Lommenson was quite brave of you, and quite foolish. I think I like you, gladiator. Name's Aldous, and I'd buy you a drink, but I'm afraid I just spent the last of my coin. I used to be a young gladiator like you. Back then, but that hardly concerns you. These days, I'm just an explorer of the unexplored and a seeker of as yet unknown experiences. Like that beautiful stranger keeping my bed warm right now. Gods, I've missed this city, this wonderful desert jewel of debauchery and sin. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alright guys, give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. I swear, if I hadn't seen Aldous with my own eyes, I wouldn't believed it was him. Everyone here thought he died years ago. Listen, Eagle, do me a favor and don't tell Mila about meeting Aldous, alright? She doesn't need this sort of drama. Why? Well, let's just say some folks ain't good for one another. Wrong way. I've already heard about your exploits at the Quicksand, Eagle. You did well to send those marauders packing. I wish I could say we've heard the last of them. Alas, we received reports of axe-wielding raiders assaulting merchants traveling through Scorpion Crossing. Seems words will not suffice after all. I want you to finish what you've begun, Eagle. Head to the western Thanalan and see that Farmerl and the Driven and all those who started who have shared in his crimes never troubled the people of Uldal again. All right. They tore me from my saddle and took everything I own. Bring my goods back to me, I beg of you. you heard the news about the goblet? All that quality land so desperately coveted, it is to be auctioned off to bidders, regardless of their origins. Even adventurers have the right to participate. Just imagine, the entire area could end up owned by wealthy foreign... I beg your pardon, miss. It isn't that I dislike adventurers, far from it. But when you consider that Ul'dah is still struggling to accommodate countless refugees, the idea that this land is being sold for profit is not surprising whatsoever, come to think of it. Still, the least they could do is give preferential treatment to hardworking Uldahans like me. I've been saying for years, just waiting for an opportunity like this to come along. Say, you wouldn't happen to be curious as well, would you? But about the goblet. My hands are full here, but if you've got a moment to head that way and look into this auction business on my behalf, I'd be ever so grateful. There's bound to be an Immortal Flames representative by the gates or in the goblet who can explain what's going on. This wouldn't happen without General Rauben's approval. Of that much I'm sure. Alright. Merchant's goods. They tore my set. I beg of you. I did, bud. Well, bless you, adventurer. If it weren't for good women like you, I'd never leave home. Good, it is finished, and with that, this stage of your training is complete. This time, your enemies were ill-behaved ruffians who knows what manner of opponents you will face in the future. Regardless, I have faith that you will do well. Master your sword, and you shall master yourself. Now then, there will be work for you in the days to come. Return to your training, Eagle. We will speak again. Yay, level 6. The untradeable. You've obtained an untradeable item. This item is yours and yours alone and cannot be sold or traded. Sweet. How do I equip said items? You have unique item. As this item is special, you can never possess more than one at a time. Alright, let's look. Inventory. Nope. Since the armory system in Final Fantasy allows you to change your class or job by simply changing the weapon or tool you maintain in your hand, or in your main hand, it is recommended that you always have several sets of gear on hand. However, gear can take up a tremendous amount of space in one's inventory, which is why all adventurers carry an armory chest. All gear purchased, crafted, or found is automatically stored in this chest, leaving your inventory free to fill with such items as potions, crafting materials, and gear in your armory chest is categorized and sorted by the type, and can be equipped and discarded directly from the chest interface. The armory chest can be accessed at any time by selecting a character from the main menu followed by armory chest and pressing Ctrl I. Selecting character or pressing Ctrl I. Anything else? Hang on, guys. Hello? Yes. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Heard about the auctions, have you? You're not the first to approach me this eve. Aye, 'tis true. In an effort to encourage immigration to our great nation, all the lands within the goblet are to be set aside for adventurers like yourself. Tragic, some might say, that only adventurers will be permitted to settle within its wards, but such decisions were made by wiser men than I. A beautiful place, the Goblet, a man-made oasis built atop a towering butte. Ah, but why bother explaining when you can see it for yourself? Just head through these gates and follow the road. If you wish to know more about the Goblet, speak with the recruit stationed just past the entrance. He will be happy to assist you. Proceed with the quest. Where is the heart? The Goblet. You may visit any residential ward within the Goblet. Each of the three nations has established residential district, wherein like-minded adventurers can establish a base for their activities. Each residential district is divided into wards, which in turn house 60 plots of land. Wealthy individuals may purchase plots of land, which is to build their own estate halls, while free companies may jointly purchase plots. Those seeking simpler quarters may instead purchase a room in the apartment building found in each of the residential districts. Estate halls and apartments can be customized by installing fixtures and placing furnishings. Please note that in the case of estate halls, specific company privileges are required for customization. More information on housing can be had by speaking with the resident caretaker stationed at each district. We'll come back to it. Well, no. Well, no. Alright. There you are. Papashan. Well, you certainly look the part of the adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect? I am Papashan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell, passing his final years in quiet solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both these past 5 years, since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true old Dons work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. Railways which run through this dispatch yard, too, were born of the noble efforts of great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. Station Master Papashan has a simple task for a fledgling adventurer. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. Just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area, a dispatch to dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and featherbeds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. What, bud? Huh? Yeah. Can you get out of here? Ow. There's one. Go. It's on the TV right there. And I'll take it and go. Halt, madam. I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. State your name and business. A Twilight Pretzel from Papashan? By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Ahem. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe as long as I stand watch. Please give Papashan my thanks and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. "12 save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me." Twilight Pretzel? Don't mind if I do. Aha, now that's a refreshing goddamn pretzel. I feel reborn. Western front clear, eastern front clear. For me? From Papashan? A Twilight Pretzel. My favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan sworn sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh. Oh dear. Take this for your troubles, then, and stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. Eagle, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan sworn. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see to her safe return. The Sultan sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others will be, with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Eagle. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalin is vast, and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of Sultan Tree. Good luck. Alright. Oh, Sultan Tree. You're about to enter an instanced battle. Instanced battle only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. You're about to enter a special instance. These areas are reserved for important battles which feature unique environmental conditions or powerful boss enemies. Instance objectives can be confirmed in the duty list. For the duration of the battle, you will be unable to pass beyond the red line displayed on the field. You will automatically leave the instance once all quest objectives are met. Duty calls. Commence battle for underneath the Sultan Tree. Level sync is in effect. If you are above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as follows.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself!
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them. if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Duty complete.
Whew.
Wonder what this is.
Hear, feel, think. crystal bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Shine thy light on all creation.
This is nifty.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream? No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all worried, so worried. You do realize what would have happened if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse. Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I've already given you cause to weep, Papashan. You and the people of Ul'dah. Please, you're not to say such things. We'll find it, I swear to you. It's not my place to make demands, my milady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papashan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. I cannot thank you enough, Eagle. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lythera from the void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. Sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulders. I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. Thancred. As for you, Eagle, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. Zadariku's circlet? Just a moment, miss. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. I'm afraid crafting the circlet to Zazariku's exact specifications has proven somewhat difficult. We ran out of garnets halfway through our work, and we're still waiting on the next shipment. I hate to impose, but would you explain the situation to the Crooked Haft at the Miners Guild? My records indicate he was supposed to deliver the gemstones yesterday. Mayhap it slipped his mind? I've a mind to drain a pint, so hurry up and speak your business. She wants how many bloody garnets? Except to hell's last, they don't grow on trees. But more than that, this lad wants what fancies himself the next Franz the Fair ought to worry less about style and more about swordplay. Any road, I'll do my part to ensure the little bastard gets bedecked in all the goddamn garnets he can afford. And if he dies in his first fight, well, at least he'll leave a pretty corpse. Modi does not have anything for me to do. No, I don't want to go that way. Just see if, what's her face? My Mila has anything for me to do. Tell me what brings you here, friend. Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? A small job to add a little weight to the coin purse of yours? Well, you're in luck. Bugalists have placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews. What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down on his luck? Bring me 5 snapping shrew pelts, and I promise to make it worth your while. You can find the creatures roaming the Nalan. Carried your ass in here to looking for work, eh? Well, you're in luck. Just so happens I have indeed what needs doing. Wild ladybug's been wreaking bloody havoc on the outskirts of town. Something in the air of late's made them ornery as aurochs and rut. Ain't much for fighting on their own, but in numbers they're more than a match for any merchant who sees more days at the teat than he is on the battlefield. What will it be? Fancy putting down 4 or so of those bloody buggers, you don't you? Alright. I think I'm gonna call it here for now. That's what I think. It's been awesome, folks. I really do appreciate anybody that's stopped by here. Watch me play. This game is pretty awesome. I suggest it, highly recommend it to anybody that wants to play it. But, yeah. Time for me to go, gamer geeks and freaks. Catch you on the flip side. Peace.